Hello, everybody. Today is Saturday, April the 11th, 2015. My name is Michael from Global FX Club, and this is the Elliottwave Outlook for the week ahead. Just before going forward, please do pause the recording and read over our risk disclaimer. All right, so let's jump right into the members area, okay? Um, sorry, sorry about that. Um, a, a good week, just to really kick off the first half of April. Okay, we are up just over 110 pips. The first trade, the Euro Kiwi, that ended off well. Then we took a small hit on the Kiwi dollar, but then we had a nice Aussie yen long for 170 pips. Matched that also with the Aussie dollar long for plus 73, and then a small minor on the pound CAD. So just over 110 pips. Just have to update this pip performance here. And then as of late, though, we are in one open trade. That open trade is the short Kiwi yen. Okay. The trade setup was a nice breakout. We did talk about the setup ahead of time. If you take a look at the trade setups, okay, again, just jump into the members area. And then in terms of the trade setup, we talked about it actually the day prior, in which we were looking for a breakout of this area, and which we did indeed receive. All right, and then here's the full setup here. All right, so that's from 90.49. We got short there, and then now eyeing for a swing low into that 85 area. All right. Let me pull up the Kiwi in as of late, and then you can see so far we are holding below that support turn resistance at 90.80, and then we have a bigger resistance area slightly above at that 91.30 zone. So as long as we stay below, we like further downside price action. We do like further losses in the pair, and the same thing goes for Kiwi dollar. Now the Kiwi dollar, we are waiting just for a tad bit lower, but same thing with the article that we recently posted, was there are two key support zones. So as of late, we have indeed slipped below that first support zone. So if you're looking to front run those shorts, the setup is very typical and very similar to that of the Kiwi yen, in which as long as we stay below that first degree pivot at 76.10, and then the second third degree at 76.95, downside preferred into that 73.20, into that 71.40 area. Okay, so that's huge, is major for the Kiwi dollar. And then away from that, though, let's look at its counterpart, the Aussie dollar. Okay, Aussie dollar, I prefer to stay away from thus far. We do have actually a similar setup to that of the Kiwi dollar, but the Aussie dollar support, clean support at 76.50. So let's wait for a possible break below to really open up and get some downside. Until then, don't we're not really seeing a bounce before then the continuation to lower levels. All right. So that's going to be crucial for the Aussie dollar. And let's look at the Aussie Kiwi, because we have a nice small range. Okay, I did note that. I tweeted it out. I also put it in the chat room. So yeah, guys, just follow us across the board. Members, just jump in the chat room, and then you'll see setups throughout the day and what we are looking for. We just don't want to take trades just to be taking them. But we have a nice little Aussie Kiwi setup here. Pound yen, pound yen. This was another interesting zone that I talked about, and in like one of the trade setups. But here we need a bounce back towards 177.10. That'll be ideal, at least for me. There is a bigger swing, a bigger preferred swing towards lower levels for the pound yen. On the daily, you can see the proposed Elliott wave count. We have W at the low of 175.70, X wave located at that 185. So now we are eyeing the measured move into the 161.8 extension, and that will come in just around 170.80 into the 162.20 area. Okay, as long as we stay below again that first degree pivot at 179.20, okay, we do like that downside towards again that key levels there. All right. So that still remains valid. That still remains preferred, as there is also bearish momentum divergence also seen. Okay, so and that lasting from November 2013 into December 2014. Dollar CAD, another interesting setup to say the least. Okay, it has really remained and sticked above this trend line for quite some time. We have been writing setups about waiting for a break below this support area, and that still does remain. Okay, waiting for a breakout lower, and then eyeing 1.20, 1.12 area. Here we have divergence too. So though we could possibly see a topside break, okay, if we do see that topside break, then is going to be 126.70 into 124.30. I'll write a trade setup, and this will only be visible to the members. So members just sign in, and then you'll see it in the trade setups area. That you could click on trade setups on the drop down, or click on the side, or just see it in the zone over here. Okay, but I'll put that there as well, because that's going to be key. And I'll also put a pending setup as indeed for the dollar CAD, because now we're getting into a nice congested area. Downside is preferred, but because of the fact that we are looking at the Kiwi dollar, Aussie dollar to break down, this is still a commodity pair, so we don't rule out another topside break, but we rather play the breakout. And with that being said, we can look at the CAD crosses, right? Because if the dollar CAD breaks to the downside, then Kiwi CAD, we're already bearish and have a bearish view on the Kiwi. So this angle, a nice short would have been against that high. Obviously, we missed it, but we'll see how it reacts around 93.50. I would like to see a test, a bounce, and then a breakout, just to respect that area. Usually, if it doesn't respect it, I'm not going to trade it. Aussie CAD, another interesting setup. Another one missed. This would have been ideal breakout. Then we had that back test, not too far away. If it gets a little higher though, I'll still re-enter it. From here we have a nice hit of that 61.8% fib retracement and a back test, so that was pretty much ideal. Then WX, another minor WX. So pretty far downside, nothing to trade right now. And then let's look at euro dollar as the last possible setup. We thought this was going to respect the trend line. Obviously, it did not. So here, another key. We are holding at 76.4 fib. Probably not one, but if it were to bounce, I do like current levels. Minor WX. So what we could see is a further decline into 105 before the possibility of higher. I'm not going to trade the euro. I'm just doing an analysis for you guys. But possibility for further downside into 105 before I bounce higher. All right, guys. So let's end off there. If you have any questions, just jump in the chat room, or members, just Skype us if you have any questions or want analysis on any individual pair. We'll do that for you. Our Skype is Global FX Club. Our email is info@globalfxclub. And if you want to just jump in the chat room, just click on chat room. You'll see the setups there, and then you could feel free to access any questions, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, guys, cheers and good luck trading.